Welcome to the Ultimate Affiliate Marketing Podcast, where we help affiliate marketers like you get the knowledge and skills to build a successful affiliate marketing business online. Listen along as we bring together some of the greatest minds in affiliate marketing, helping you get better results today. My name is Paul Motley, and welcome to Ultimate Affiliate Marketing. All right, here we are. So today's guest, super excited about him being on. I've spoke to this guy for probably about 18 months now. There was a couple of little messages going on, and then all of a sudden of January 2019, he kind of exploded out of nowhere and made an absolute insane amounts of money just by selling one product on an affiliate basis. So there's an awful lot more to this guy. It's going to be super exciting to actually hear what he's got to say. And I'm going to welcome you now to Kevin Stephen. Okay, everybody. So welcome, Kevin. Super happy for you to be here. And looking forward to this.
Thank you for the invite, my friend. I'm super stoked to be here. You're one of my favorites.
That's so cool of you to say, man. It's so cool of you to say. Okay, so there's a lot of things that people know about Kevin Stephen, if you like, but there's also a lot of people, things that people don't know about you. So if you just want to sort of like give me a background so that people can understand where you're coming from and what you've been doing in the past and what you're doing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I spent, I really got into the tech sector, the tech space. Let's see, so I got out of it 4 years ago. So 27 years ago, that's how old I am. I got started in the tech space. And, it's crazy. I was managing sales for some big manufacturing companies in the hardware and software space. So I was running sales teams up to the last big position I had 75 people on my team. So I was managing 75 salespeople, inside support people. That year, my last year with that company, my quota that year was $360 million.
Wow.
And these are items that start at like $97. And I think our highest ticket item was about $5,000. So, if you do the math backwards, even dividing $360 million by $5,000, which would be our highest ticket deal, that's a lot of sales.
Yeah,
so we were always hustling. So I spent, like I said, 25 years in the tech space, managing sales teams. I got tired of all the travel and stepped outside of that space. And I sat and, where's the crazy thing. I didn't want to travel anymore. And a buddy talked me into being a commercial insurance guy. So I was selling insurance to businesses.
Oh, absolutely. You were the insurance guy.
I was the insurance guy, and it absolutely sucked. I was really good at it. I was closing some really big deals, but it didn't motivate me. There was no desire to get out of bed and go sell insurance. And one day I'm listening to a guy complain about the kind of money he pays for insurance on his employees. And I'm just like, what? So he's explaining it to me. And I won't get too technical, but there, for just his employees, where workers' compensation insurance was concerned, they traveled. They were at the office, they traveled, they were at the job site. All three of those code differently for insurance. But the insurance carriers were quoting the insurance based off of the highest risk code associated with the employee, not the other stuff that was much, much lower, like a fraction. This guy was a roofer. So for every $100 in payroll, he was spending $38 in insurance.
Wow.
for his employees. But driving in at the office was under $1 an hour. So we created an app. So that was my first step into the software space just a little over 3 years ago. Created an app that would accurately keep time for their employees, whether they were at the office, driving, or on the job site. And we found that we're saving companies at least 20% on their annual insurance, which for this guy, his annual insurance was just under $13,000, and it was crazy. We got him down to $6,800. So we were saving this guy almost 50% on his insurance at $5 an employee. So our monthly cost to him was about $65, if I remember right, $65, and we were saving him $6,800 a year. That's super crazy. So I'm like, okay, I'm done selling insurance. I got into software and started developing apps. So me and some partners, we've developed 3 of our own apps. We've created apps for others. Yeah. My main partner, Rahul, is the UX UI. So he's the design engineer behind some really big names. He built eBay, he built PayPal,
Yeah.
he built Nike, Pepsi, Tesla, some really big brands. He built their apps.
Yeah.
So he's my business partner.
Just a couple.
Yeah, so we started building apps. And crazy as it seems, a year and a half ago, I stumbled over an agency that introduced us to Clickfunnels.
Okay.
And so a year and a half ago, I got to know this space. I had no clue. I was a software developer. I had no clue about all the different things you can do in this digital marketing space. And in a year and a half, I've delved into all sorts of crazy things, from e-commerce, books. How crazy is that? Yeah. E-commerce, books, digital marketing stuff, coaching. I took 25 years of experience of managing sales teams, hitting monstrous quotas, bringing that VP of sales mentality into this space. And, so I'm coaching people, and then affiliate marketing. I got started in affiliate marketing, and who knew? 18 months later, doing all sorts of crazy things in this space. So the tech sector, hardware and software stuff was where I cut my teeth. You were like, tell me something that most people don't know about you. They probably don't know that, or they might know that I was a Marine. So I was with the U.S. Marines.
That comes up occasionally, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's probably something nobody knows about me. Here's what they really don't know about me is I served with the president. So I was a security guard with the president when I was in the Marine Corps.
Wow. Which one?
Who knew? Yeah. So there you go. That's my entire life story right there.
Oh, that was short and sweet. Love it. So going back to that, because obviously this is a podcast and content based around affiliate marketing. We'll get to that in a minute, because there was something really crazy at the start of this year, and we kind of like bounced a couple of messages backwards and forwards. I looked on it. It started all about 18 months ago, and it was kind of like a, hi, how you doing? You okay? Yeah. How's it going for you? That sort of thing, right? And probably a million people that we both have that sort of thing with. But then every so often there's someone that you find that you just connect a little bit more to, you start chatting a little bit more to, and you have like a little bit of a throwback backwards and forwards, a bit of a, banter, if you like. And it's super cool when you get to speak to people like this, which is why it's great having you on. Because we did.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
We did this thing earlier on in the year, and we had an absolute blast. And I know we spoke about, well, maybe I'll just use that recording, but I thought, it's a good idea to actually update that now and see kind of like where you got.
A lot's happened since then, since our first one.
So just explain what actually happened at the start of this year and how it kind of like happened, because obviously for affiliate marketing, you can kind of pick any product if you like, but you chose a product within a product almost, in the One Funnel Away challenge from Clickfunnels. So what made you pick that particular product in the first place?
It's pretty crazy. I logged into the Clickfunnels Facebook group one night, and there was like, if I remember correctly, about 5 days left in the very first One Funnel Away challenge. That was in January. And so tail end of January, I think this thing started like February 1st or whatever it was. And I logged in, and somebody put a post up in a Clickfunnels group. Hey, I'm thinking about doing the One Funnel Away challenge. What kind of bonuses is everybody offering? And so I'm looking at all these little bonuses that people are throwing out. So I will tell you, I'm the guy who created this stupid offer stack that everybody's been doing ever since, because somebody's like, hey, I'll give you my 10-step guide on how to do affiliate marketing, or I'll give you these little things, these little digital guides that they created. And I'm like, what is this crap? And so I literally sat there for probably an hour, and I created this monster offer stack, which was absolutely insane. All these, 10 done for you funnels. I'm going to give you access to my free coaching group. You're going to get eight software products. You're going to get all these different products, and this group converts software. And I put all this stuff down in this offer stack, and I went right back into the group, and I threw that on that post. So this post, it was kind of, a bunch of people responding on. Here came mine, bam, and everybody. And I remember the first guy who responded was like, "What the hell is that?" Is what he says. Like, who does that? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know. And so anyway, I went to bed. No lie, went to bed. Got up the next morning, and I think 13 people signed up for the One Funnel Away challenge in like a 6-hour time period.
Yeah,
and
it's
pretty cool.
This is not like a small little amount either. It was like
that's
$100 per sale, wasn't it?
$100 per sale, so $1,300 in commissions in like 6 hours.
Nice.
And by the time the 5 days were done, and they shut it off to go into that challenge, I had put 121 people into the OFA.
Yeah,
and I hit the 200 or so mark myself. I turned off my funnel after, I think it was 60 days. I turned my funnel off of my affiliate link and I put other people's affiliate links into my funnel. And so I was making commissions for two different single moms. There was one in California and one in Seattle, and I was helping them out. So, and there was a kid. Oh my goodness, what was his name? Emmanuel from Nigeria. We were talking one day, and I'm like, buddy, I'm going to hook you up. And I did. So I put his affiliate ID, in my funnel for 24 hours. Said, whatever happens in the next 24 hours, it's yours. Nice. And I think he had 16 people that bought the OFA through me, but he got credit for it because we were talking. And the poor guy, I was teaching him how to launch an affiliate offer, and he's doing it all from his cell phone. So I'm watching this kid talk to me from his cell phone in the smallest house I've ever seen. I asked him how many people live in his home. There were 13 people living in his house. It's the smallest little thing I've seen. They all live in 2 rooms. And so this kid, he'd be like, okay, I'll jump back on in a second. He logs off of the Zoom. He gets off and makes the changes he needed to make. And then he logs back in on his phone and gets back in on the Zoom with me. And we spent a couple of hours, and I coached him on how to set up, do all these different things. And I was just like, why don't you have a computer? And he's like, I can't afford a computer. I'm like, time out. You can't afford a computer. He said, I can't afford a computer. So we're going to figure out a way. So we did. So we got him $1,600. He did buy himself a computer with it. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. So the beauty of it is like for two months, it was mine. Put a couple hundred people in there. Anybody else that went to it, it was somebody else's affiliate ID. And I tried to help as many people as I could. I still think with those that I shared my funnel with and allowed them to use my bonuses, we still put 200 or 300 more people in with that system. So all told, somewhere between 500 to 600 people joined the OFA with that offer I put together. And I haven't touched it since, but that was my first step into affiliate marketing. And from there,
going a little bit deeper into that, you say all these sales came through, and obviously you had your bonus stack, but I'm guessing you weren't running ads to this?
No, it was all organic, word of mouth. People would share it. So the 121 in 5 days. All I did was put that one post up in a group. Everybody shared they're like, oh my gosh, you need Kevin Stevens' offer. And I'm sure. And so, what's funny is Steve Larson and I were talking in March. So I did that in January. It ran in February, and then I was done. My offer went to somebody else. So I was at one of Steve's events, and we're talking. He's like, dude, you killed us all for a while. He goes, and you changed the entire game for the one funnel weight challenge. I was like, well, I was just looking at what people were offering as a bonus. And I was like, man, this is garbage. And I said, not that I offered the best thing ever. I just stepped it up. 8 softwares, 10 done for you funnels. You get access to my my Side Hustle Academy with coaches like Blake Newbar and myself and Zeki. And so we're all coaching in this group, and everybody got free access to the group. And I think I created a monster, but I also forced people to do better by others. Whatever it might be. So, and I had just got into the affiliate space a couple months before that. There was a company called ClickBank that was trying to hire me as their VP of sales. And the last thing I wanted to do was go manage a team again. I'm like, oh no, I do not want to do this. And it's a good friend of mine who tried to hire me. She's VP of operations over there, and they were trying to hire me as their VP of sales. And before I told her no, I went to their competitor, JV Zoo, and I made them an offer they couldn't refuse. I said, I'm getting ready to accept the position of VP of sales at your competitor. And she's like, well, we've never hired anybody for a sales position here. And so we created one. We created a business development manager position for them. It was a 1099 instead of a W-2. I didn't have to report. I didn't have to manage anybody. They said yes. I told ClickBank no. And, for 5-6 months, I was the business development manager over at JV Zoo for a little while. Learned a lot in that space as well. Made a lot of connections. I may have a really, really big list that one day I might use for offers. I've got about 1.7 million people on my list.
Oh, that's a few. Yeah,
that's a few. So at some point, I'm probably going to run an offer or two at it. There's a gentleman named Dean Graciosi. His team is trying to talk me into running their KBB method at that list. So I might. We'll see. I've got an offer out to him to be the keynote speaker at my event in Vegas.
I have an affiliate link for that which would just be perfect for that.
Perfect. Yeah. I don't even have to sign up for one then. That's great.
It'll just make life so much easier for you.
It will. I know. Yeah. Who heck? Yeah, I might as well. We'll figure that one out. But yeah, so I got started in the affiliate space with Clickfunnels. And like you said, a product inside a product.
So circling back that again. So obviously what you did was you took a product that was basically an affiliate program, which is the One Funnel Away offer, which was $100 commission. And then you looked at it and you just basically said, if anyone wants to buy from me, this is what you're going to get as well. And that kind of like created what we call a bonus stack.
Yeah.
Now, if you were giving anyone some advice on them trying to build their own bonus stack, what sort of advice would you give them to make it not superior, but more efficient, to be more attractive?
Yeah, I think, and I talk to people about this all the time. I still get people who ask me about how to do affiliate marketing. And I'm like, you've got to create something that speaks to your experience. If you're really new at this, well, you need to become an expert in something. You need to figure out something in this niche and then use that to pull out your audience. So in this big affiliate space where everybody's trying to, where they're trying to sell and create traffic and get people to their offers, figure out a way to become different than everybody else. And in doing so, create an offer that marries to that. So, a lot of folks decided they were going to become funnel builders. And in doing so, they offered a bunch of done-for-you funnels. They coach people on how to create funnels, all sorts of different things.
Yeah.
But there's other pieces, and so everybody's doing that now. Everybody thinks they're a funnel builder, and everybody's offering free funnels as bonuses. You've got to figure out a way to create a different offer, a different niche product that's different than everybody else, and speak to that, and offer a bonus stack on top of that speaks to what you became experienced in.
I mean, the way that I look at it is that the bonuses have to be complementary to the offer. So just giving one example there. Let's say you're selling kayaks, and there's like a page or whatever, and you can sell kayaks and get commission for it. Then obviously the bonuses would be based around the survival niche, and you can say, okay, top 10 things to look out for when you're buying a new kayak, or all these.
How to kayak, all the different things that come with it. I mean, the things you're going to need.
All those. You're right.
Like yeah.
Then you're building it around that. It'd be pointless saying,
absolutely.
Okay, well, let's give them a guide to sailing. So because it's you're in the water, but not quite the same thing. So that's kind of
and so many people have asked, and I always ask them. They're like, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing the One Funnel Away. Who's got bonuses?" And I said, "That's the wrong question. What you need to be finding is somebody who's going to be in the niche that you're going to operate in, and then go find a mentor. I mean, bonuses don't mean crap to your success. You know what's going to help you with your success? Somebody who can guide you through that model. That's why I tell people all the time, find somebody who's experienced at this. Yeah. Link yourself with them.
Totally right. And they might have things that they can hand off to you. So
absolutely.
Because obviously on a one-to-one basis, you can't scale the time up. But
right.
I would say that's a good thing. So like you said, rather than saying, okay, I'm going to join One Funnel Away and stick it on a forum, you could say, look, I'm in the ecom niche and I'm going to join One Funnel Away. I need something to help me along with it.
Absolutely. And what can you help me with e-commerce, with print on demand, things in that space?
Exactly.
Where I want to play. And
it's the same thing there, isn't it? Again, because if someone's sending like, okay, I'm going to give you 15 funnels, they're not going to be so random.
Maybe you'll get an e-commerce funnel.
Yeah, you might do. Might not be the best one.
Yeah, the next one's going to be a dentist and then a real estate agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and things that you can't use in your business. You really need to niche down and find a mentor.
Yeah, that's great advice. And I think that's something that a lot of people are still lacking. When I actually look and read through the Facebook groups and that, a lot of people are still
absolutely
out the questions, but they're not actually seeking out someone who can actually help them. So,
absolutely.
Because what they're doing there is they're getting a whole bunch of people together, all in the same boat, that don't really know what they're doing just yet. And they're all answering each other's questions without really knowing.
Right. And you get so many people that recommend somebody else just because they worked with that person or they've heard. Maybe they didn't work with that person. And so one person might create FOMO around somebody else. Well, that person that they're recommending may not be the best solution for them. but everybody keeps, hey, you need to, so-and-so or so-and-so. And I always stop those guys. I'm like, no, stop. What do you want to do? What's going to get you out of bed in the morning? Okay, great. That's your space. Go find somebody who has an offer for you in that niche. Get coached by that person.
Work in your passions, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool. So obviously moving on, and you've done these great things with the One Funnel Away, and obviously now, do you find that you're working now more and more in an affiliate side, or are you sort of like going back to product-based stuff?
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Are you mentally exhausted from the constantly changing algorithms and you're not getting a return on the blood, sweat and tears you put into your social media efforts? And no, there must be a better way to market your business than tune in to the Sales Without Socials podcast. I'm your host, Tanya Williams, and in the last 6 months, I have transformed my business growth by doubling down on the marketing strategies that actually work, and that doesn't include Facebook ads, Reels, or silly TikToks. If you're sick of being on the social media hamster wheel and want to focus your energy on marketing strategies that don't suck your time without a result, then subscribe and listen to the weekly episodes of the Sales Without Socials podcast.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. As much as I love the affiliate stuff, it's such a competitive market now. There's so many people in there. You've got to be willing. If you don't have an organic audience, you've got to be willing to spend money. So then when you start getting into paid traffic, you start dealing with so many factors, one of which is people who have been doing it in this space for a while. They can afford and they know the ways to drop ads and beat you out. You'll never get in front of somebody spending it'll be bluebirds, because these people have been doing it for so long. They truly know what the heck they're doing. So now you're competing with big names who have been making a lot of money in this space, who can do two things. They know how to find the traffic and they have the money to outspend you. Now you got to go compete with them.
Yeah, that's it. I did hear that once, actually. The person who can spend the most money to get a client is the winner.
They win. Russell talks about it all the time. If I can outspend you, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to win. And so that's, when you look at it, there are some affiliates out there who can afford, and they've got a mixture of both organic traffic and paid traffic. So to get in, and so for me, I was looking at it, I was like, okay, I can continue the organic route, which I can. I get the occasional here and there. I do. I get, the occasional sign up or whatever, with some affiliate commissions. But I realized the only thing that I can't control the affiliate space, but what I can control is myself and my own offers. Yeah. And if I truly want to put money in my pocket every month, the affiliate space is volatile. I got to create my own offers. And that's where I've been focused the last 3 or 4 months. I've been focused on creating my own products. And so I get the occasional affiliate stuff here and there, but I've been really focused on my own stuff.
Cool. So what's happening right now? What are you actually working on that, people want to see? Let's see what Kevin Stevens got up his sleeve. What's happening?
Well, probably the core for me, the couple of core things we're doing is a software. We've got a software launch. You'll be the first person to hear it other than Johnny and I, but our Black Friday offer is a 7-day challenge funnel, a challenge on how to launch a Chrome extension from idea through launching. We're going to teach you everything you need in 7 days, including the marketing, everything you need to create your own Chrome extension. These are $2,000-$3,000 tools that are turning thousands and thousands of dollars in revenue. The little extension we created, my Messenger Pro, will probably end up doing $500,000 in revenue on a product that cost me $2,300.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, there's money to be made in Chrome extensions. So we're building Chrome extensions right now for some 2 Comma Club winners. We just took on another client who has 4 Chrome extension ideas. So we're going to build those for him. We thought, well, how can we help everybody else? So that's what we're doing. We're launching our 7-day challenge. Starts on Friday, or we're opening it up. And then December 1st, we'll kick off the challenge. We'll put everybody in it. 7-day challenge on how to launch your Chrome extension. Another person and I started a company where we're helping people launch just their ideas in the tech space. Our focus is LinkedIn. So we're not even playing in this space at all. Our traffic, which is really starting to grow quickly for us, has all been found on LinkedIn. We're helping people go from a product or an idea or no idea, but we're walking them through 3 different phases. Phase 1 is patenting and trademarking your idea. Phase 2 is building and launching your business. And phase 3 is sales and getting your product in channels and finding an investor if that's what's needed.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
That's called the Launch Incubator. That launched last week. We're doing really well with that. And then I think the really big thing that I'm working on right now, which you are a part of, is Air Fryer Secrets. So we have 70 authors in the book. Yeah, pretty crazy. Yeah, 70 authors in the book, all speaking about something that they're an expert in, their niche. And so it's, we're calling it the Digital Marketing Bible, basically. So it is from beginning to end. It's what's the first book of the Bible? Genesis. It's Genesis to Revelations and everything in between. And, so if there's things that you need to know or want to know about Google Analytics, SEO type stuff, or Facebook ads, or Instagram, or building funnels, or affiliate marketing, or automation, whatever it is, all those chapters are covered in the book. So Air Fryer Secrets, it'll launch December 19th-ish.
That's great. I mean, obviously, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a copy myself anyway, just to see what everyone else is putting there.
It'll be fun. I can't wait.
It is going to be so thick of content. It's going to be one of those things where you think, I can't do it all.
It's thick. It's almost twice the size of Russell Brunson's books.
Wow, that's
it's a thick book. We almost had to go 2 volumes.
A bump there when it comes through the letterbox, isn't it? That one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
And you're proud of what you've done now, I guess, because
that book for me is when I was first talking with the publisher about it, she goes, Kevin, just think if you could get 20 people to write a book with you. I was like, well, let's see what we can do. And we literally, in like 24 to 48 hours, I had like 60 people sign up to be in the book. And I was just like, well, holy crap, who knew? And here we are. We just had to remove a few authors to get the book down to 1 volume. But we have 70 authors in the book. There's a list of people that really wanted in that, maybe if we do a second book, they can be there. But for now, like I said, we've got 70 authors. And the big thing for me, the thing that I'm most proudest of, or 2 things actually. One is it's not about money for me, because I don't make a dime off this book. All the profits go to a nonprofit that called Operation Underground Railroad. They pull kids out of the sex trafficking trade globally. So any profit from this book will go to that foundation. And then the beauty of it for me that I really love is no matter what level you are at in your digital marketing space, whether you're an A-list influencer or you're just getting started, the people that are in the book, they're going to be seen by so many eyes between online followings and email lists. It looks like we're probably going to drop this on just over 2 million people, an opportunity to buy the book.
That's great. That
is crazy. Absolutely crazy. And then after that, it's ads. We're going to do ads and drive traffic at it, from whatever, all around, the digital marketing space.
Yeah. All going well there. That could be a couple of 100,000 sales right there and then.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, and the really cool thing, if it does happen, I'm hopeful because, and the only reason I'm hopeful for it is if it wins a 2 Comma Club award, it gives it more exposure and we can drive more traffic. And every dollar that book makes is going to a nonprofit to help save kids.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Yeah. That is one of the reasons why I wanted to get involved with it, because it wasn't really about the exposure and stuff like that. It was just being part of something which was going to mean something to others.
Bigger. Yeah, something much bigger than all of us.
Yeah.
If you look at it, it takes $2,500, they say, to save a kid, pulling the kid out, getting him into a program. So $2,500 US. I mean, if I don't know the math, but if we could make $1 million with this book, that's saving a lot of kids.
I'm not too great on maths. That could be like 40,000.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, now doing the math. Yeah,
with that,
just pretty crazy.
Just popped in there, so it could
fantastic. That's why you're an affiliate guy. You know the numbers.
I like numbers. Yeah, numbers are cool. Yeah. So like a website where people can get this from?
They can go to www.airfryersecrets.com to get the book.
I'm going to make
sure. The beauty of it is it has nothing to do with air fryers.
I know.
It's how I use an air fryer to create Facebook engagement. That's where it came from.
And do you know what the really crazy thing is? I was actually staying at my parents' over the last weekend before we did this recording, and my mum has just got one. And she was just,
oh my gosh. Yeah, they're so amazing. I love my air fryer. I just reheated pizza in it about 30 minutes before we got on this call. The thing is, they're amazing. I love them.
I'm probably going to end up getting one myself. It will just
You're going to have to get an air fryer.
Replace the oven and everything.
They're the best thing ever. You've got to get the Emerald Lagasse version. It looks like a convection oven, but it's not. It's a hot air fryer. Best thing ever. Best thing. Rotisserie. You can throw a chicken or a turkey in there and let it go around.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So crazy.
I can already see the second volume of the air fryer book's going to be called like Barbecue Secrets or something. I don't know.
You know what's funny is I actually own the domain for it. The next book is going to be called Scooter Secrets.
Of course.
Yes. How to use a scooter to create Facebook engagement.
Yes, of course. Another one of your great passions.
I love my scooters.
And that's it. And this is something that we talked about organic reach and stuff like that, is because I noticed more and more over time that you began posting more within the groups, and sometimes in your own group, on your own profile, and people started to gravitate to it because they'd seen it in a group. Then they see you on there because they've obviously got your friend request or you've requested them,
right?
But they are getting into your world, if you like. Like I say, there's the air fryer stuff that went on with the lives. Scooter stuff going on. It was so silly. You were keeping us updated on how far you'd been out on these little map runs and stuff like that, and people were engaging with it because and it became, for a time, and I think it still is now, it started acting like Facebook used to be. That's kind of like what Facebook was for. But what you've got is you've got a whole bunch of entrepreneurs living with you on that. Do you know what I mean? So when the time comes and you go, oh yeah, I'm going to be doing this next week or that next week, they're already engaged. They're already part of your following, your audience, or whatever you want to call it. And I think that's a great thing for people which don't have the money to start paying out for ads, is to start making that content. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to be a super duper star and give away the secrets to the planet and the universe and everything like that. It's just something, within yourself, a passion or something else that people can identify with and engage with. And of course, you're already connecting with entrepreneurs, which is your target market in the first place.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
you build engagement in a way, and and people remember you for that, for whatever it might be, that niche. There's so many people that probably are remembered for the one thing. That's why they get recommended for it. For a long time for me, it was air fryers, and then it became scooters. And now I'm recommended for both. I get tagged on things all the time. I got tagged this morning on an air fryer question.
Did you answer?
Yeah, I answered. I went, I said, man, that's the best thing ever. Absolutely. And I told him all about it. And he said, that's the Emerald Lagasse is the one. He goes, that's the one we were looking at. I said, trust me, I've had 3 of them. That's the one. Get that one. And he's like, okay. So he ordered it for his wife.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Happy days. Excellent. Right. Kevin, it's been awesome, man. Getting you on. I always have good fun when we chat. Now, for those people that are listening, this is normally the section where I'll ask Kevin a very specific question, and the answer is actually going to be edited out of the podcast, and there's going to be some details at the end of the podcast itself telling you how you can get access to Kevin's super duper answer, which I can imagine being unbelievable because he's such a great guy and an expert, and a whole bunch of everyone else's stuff, my entire affiliate toolkit basically. There's going to be details at the end, so make sure you listen to that. And I'm just going to go ahead and knock it off now, and I'll speak to you soon, Kevin.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Paul.
Hey, thanks for listening and for getting to the end. I want to give you free access to all the tools you'll ever need to be a successful affiliate marketer. Just head over to ultimateaffiliatetoolbox.com. My name is Paul Motley, and we'll talk to you again real soon.